Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started on this number 5 right here, homework. So let's see. So it looks like for number 40 here, we just get a state, meaning just write down the slope and the y-intercept. Right? And the slope is always going to be the rate of change, or the number with the x, not the x, the number with the x. So the slope, we'll call that m, or you can call it change in y over change in x if you like. Okay. So that's going to be the negative 5 over 3. Right? That's what you got to write down. Negative 5 over 3. Okay, and then the y-intercept, we can call this the y-intercept, or you can call it b. Okay, but that's going to be this number in the back, the number without the x, and that's going to be negative 4. Right? So remember, slope is the change in y, change in x, and you can just call it m, like that. And y-intercept is the starting value, but you can just call it b, and makes it for much easier when you're trying to write stuff down. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Letter B. So the slope is the number in front of the x, right? So that's going to be negative 4/7. And then the y-intercept, the b value, is going to be the number in the back. Usually in the back, but it doesn't always mean that's in the back. And that's going to be positive 3. Right. Now it's letter C. I'm going to rewrite this. So really it should be y equals no x, because there's no x, minus 5. So if you see that, now you know your slope. Slope is the number with the x, and the b is the number without the x, which is negative 5. Okay. All right, without graphing, calculate the slope of each line described below. So remember, when we're doing this is using Goria's method. All you're doing is just taking the y's and subtracting them. So if I start in the back, subtract the front, so that would be the delta y for delta x. So the delta y would be 5 minus 1. Delta x would be the 2 minus 4. Okay, so 5 minus 1 is 4. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. You can reduce it to negative 1/2. And yes, you can bring the negative to the front, or you can call it negative 0.5. Either one is okay. The line that goes through the origin, and the origin is going to be the 0, 0, and the 0.105. So again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start in the back, start with the 5, subtract the 0. So again, the slope, delta y, or delta x. Heck, I already explained to you earlier on the first problem, you can just call it slope. So m is going to be 5 minus 0 and 10 minus 0. Or you will have 5 over 10, which if you divide it both by 5, you will get 1 over 2, or you can call this 0.5. So that could be an answer, or 1/2 could be an answer. Vertical line, that is one that is up and down and goes to the point 6, negative 5. Just so you know, vertical lines, so you think about this, vertical lines, the x's are the same and the y's are different. So vertical line, so I know this is not graphing, but 5, 6. So 6, negative 5 sits somewhere right here. So that's 6, negative 5. Let me rewrite that. 6, negative 5. So vertical line will have another point. Let's call this right here. Let's go 6, 1. Right? So what I'm going to have to do is, for my slope, I'm going to have to subtract the y. So I'm going to go 1 minus negative 5 over, and I'm going to go 6 minus 6. So you get 1 minus negative 5. That's 1 plus 5, because double negative makes positive when I'm combining it. And then 6 minus 6 is 0. So you get the answer of 6 over 0. Okay, so that's your slope. But if you type 6 divided by 0 in the calculator, you're gonna get an error message, right? And that's what we consider an undefined. Okay, a UND is fine. So the slope of a vertical line is undefined. Okay, and lastly, slope 6 minus 6 over 10 minus 1. 6 minus 6 is 0. 10 minus 1 is 9. 0 divided by 9, you put in the calculator, you're going to get 0. This right here would actually be a horizontal line if you were graphing it, which you're not, but if you were, just letting you know. Okay. All right, backside. Graph of the right models the number of tiles in the tile pattern. Based on the information on the graph, how many tiles are being added each time, which basically is the slope of the line. Pay close attention to the scale of the axis. All right, so let's look. So it's just basically saying pay attention, because we're going to go over. These are counting by 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's fine. Right, but look at the other scale. So this is basically 10, which means that each one is going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So every tick mark on the y is going to be 2. Right? So when I count through this, let's see. So if I make my slope triangle there, that's my change in y. So my change in y is going to be, and it looks like it's 2 blocks, which in this case is going to be counted as 4. Okay, my change in x is just 1 block, and we know 1 block is just 1. So change in x is 1. Okay. So the slope of the line, so the slope is going to be, in this case, the change in y, 4, over the change in x, 1, or you can call it the slope is 4. How many tiles are in figure 0? So looking at figure 0, meaning right here, figure 0. So this looks like it's right here. So that's 10. Remember, it's counting by 2. So 12, 14, 16. So figure 0 has 16. Okay. Write the equation for the tile pattern. Well, it's easy now. Since we have figure 0 down, and we have the slope down. Right. Remember, the pattern is the slope. So your equation is going to be y equals 4x plus 16. That's it. How would the line change if the pattern grew by 12? So the pattern is growing by 12, then that means your slope is no longer 4. Your slope is now going to be 12. Okay, so the pattern grew by 12. Right? How will the line change? Well, instead of up 4, right? Instead of the delta y equals 4, the delta y is going to equal 12, which means that we're going to be going up 12. In this case, it will be, remember, every block going up counts as 2, so we're going to have to go up 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, which means we're going to have to go up 6 blocks. Right? And then over 1. So the pattern, so the line would no longer be right there. The line would now be this one right here. So it starts at 16, and it's going to go up to 28. So it's going to look like this. Right, so how would the line change if the pattern grew by 12 in each time instead? Right, or how would the line change? And I would do something like, the line would be steeper. since the slope is greater. Okay, because 12 is greater than 4. Okay, so all right, I think that's it. See you next time.